Schizophrenia beats dining alone. He travels the fastest who travels alone. I restore myself when I'm alone. Solitude vivifies, isolation kills. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. Associate yourself with people of good quality, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. Life could be wonderful if people would leave you alone. Don't go away, I don't want to be alone. I can't stand being alone. You only grow when you are alone. Unless we love and are loved, each of us is alone. Each of us is deeply lonely. No one can arrive from being talented alone. Work transforms talent into genius. Let me alone and go in search of someone else. I like to read books and be alone. I'm not social butterfly person. I'm sorry. Self-reverence, self-knowledge, self-control. These three alone lead one to sovereign power. I think it's interesting that alone rhymes with alone. I may climb perhaps to no great heights, but I will climb alone. All men's misfortunes spring from their hatred of being alone. Freedom of being alone is intoxicating. Moon, moon, I am prone before you, pity me and drench me in loneliness. Change alone is eternal, perpetual, immortal. When so many are lonely as seem to be lonely, it would be inexcusably selfish to be lonely alone. It is far better to be alone than to be in bad company. I only go out to get me a fresh appetite for being alone. Loneliness is the poverty of self. Solitude is the richness of self. The object of oratory alone and not truth, but persuasion. I would like that no citizen of the state feels alone and helpless. The entire nation is with them. You need a whole community to raise a child. I have raised two children alone. Living alone makes it harder to find someone to blame. When I'm alone, I can sleep crossways in bed without an argument. On stage, I make love to 25,000 people, and then I go home alone. What a lovely surprise to finally discover how lonely being alone can be. All men's miseries derive from not being able to sit in a quiet room alone. Words and pictures can work together to communicate more powerfully than either alone. Rigid, the skeleton of habit alone upholds the human frame.